So it's my distinct pleasure today to be here with Fred Hume, and we are looking over the collection of Bob Osborne, and I'm going to let Fred give you a little bit of an overview of who Bob was.
Bob Osborne was one of the founding fathers of UBC Physical Education and Recreation Department, one of the founding fathers of the CIAU, which is now the CIS, but he was also an Olympian, a three-time Olympian. As an athlete, in 1936 he played on Canada's basketball team, the only basketball team from Canada to win a medal. They won the silver medal in 36. Of course, that was in Berlin. He also was the coach of the 1948 Canadian basketball team at the 48 Olympics in London, and he was the manager of the track team for the 1956 Olympics in Melbourne, Australia.
And as you're talking about the 1936 Olympics, Fred, there's 3 programs from the games here, which are amazing. We're going to look at one. There's a closed program, and then you and I were discussing earlier, as we pan over this one, we come up to a name, and this is Bob's writing, right? Bob
Yes.
was in Nazi Germany as a participant in the Olympics. These are his recollections, his notes in the programs, and that first name, Jesse Owens, which is just incredible. So Jesse Owens was in that race, correct?
With his teammates for the 4x100 relay.
Okay. And the other program, because we could look at this stuff all day and pour over it. They're pieces of history here. But the other interesting note on this program is, I mean, you don't need to say anything. There is. I wish we could translate German, but I'm assuming, given the time, they're probably strong accolades about the most hated man in history. But just incredible that these programs, all 3 programs, are from the 1936 Olympics, and then these are some medals from the games, Fred, or sorry, from the Pan American Games. Sorry,
Other Olympic commemorative medals.
Okay.
These 2 here.
Okay. Look at the detail. This thing weighs a ton. Just the intricate detail in that, and there's a menu from, that's going back to the 1936 Olympics. If we can date, I think the cover was dated, right, Fred?
And some of these it was. These programs were dated because they did a different program every day, but just in beautiful shape.
Yeah, that's the menu that the athletes could choose what they were going to eat.
And done in 3 languages:
English,
French, and German.
Wow. And if you show the cover again, I'm pretty sure the cover is, it's always interesting when things are dated. Yeah, there we go. And then, to me, the pièce de résistance of this collection, I'm going to let you hold that up. And when we were talking, so we're guessing that this was Bob's garment he might have worn to the opening ceremonies or the closing ceremonies, or maybe he was coaching on the sidelines.
Yeah, this would probably either 1948, where he was the coach of the men's basketball team, or 1956, where he was the manager of Canada's track team.
Wow. And let's lay it out again flat to see. And
it's a nice shape.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about the tag is that Sandow actually must have been a company, because I know they made hockey jerseys and I'm assuming probably football jerseys, a Canadian company obviously. Wow, just the crest on that, just beautiful. So as we pan back around, and there's a few other things in the collection, but again,
there's also this from the 1936 Olympics, the basketball rule book.
And that was interesting because that was in English. Part of that was in English, right?
That was given to Bob Osborne. He was a player in that on the Canada's team, so he would have received one of those.
Incredible stuff. So just some amazing items from a decorated Canadian athlete. And in closing, Bob is a member of a multitude of Hall of Fames, correct?
Yeah, Order of Canada, British Columbia Sports Hall of Fame, the Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame, and BC Basketball Hall of Fame, go on and on. UBC Hall of Fame.
So any Hall of Fame dedicated to amateur sports, he's a member of. Fascinating stuff. Thanks for showing us that stuff today, Fred.
You're more than welcome.
Incredible material from someone who was at the 1936 Berlin Games, and among other things. Great stuff.